It's ranking releases time. Who will win? Is there something to win? And what are we ranking? Well, that's what this stream is about. It's my frantic, horrible. Oh, good grief, goodness griefness. This is the ranking releases show. Let the fans vote what their favorite stuff is. Na 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 na. How is the stream? What's up, chat? What's up, people watching? Can people hear my awful singing? Yeah. Da 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 da. Here we go, here we go, here we go, here we go, here we go. What's up, guys? Welcome to VKH Live. Second ranking releases kickoff stream of the night. Chip, keep going. DIMLIM, my kings, my savior, my gods. What else? What else? What else are they to use? So this is going to be a kickoff stream for the VKH Live ranking releases. As I said on the last stream, I'll keep saying it. So we had previously announced the ranking releases surveys for all the different ones that we're doing. This is all part of our holiday stream spectacular. We are going to extend it another week or so, and I'm just going to show off exactly what to do in these streams and also talk about the different releases that we are ranking, we will probably reconvene in a week or 2 weeks and do look at all the results of all of the surveys all in one go. So for these streams tonight, I'm going to be doing everything I normally do in a ranking releases stream except unveiling the results because we want to give more time for more fans to get more votes in. So yeah, so we are talking about DIMLIM today. Oof, my new Durangray. Spicy hot take. So, yes. For those of you who are not familiar, the streams that we're doing tonight, they're called ranking releases streams. How it works is we pick a artist. In this case, it's DIMLIM. We pick a type of release that they've put out. In this case, it's DIMLIM's PVs. And then we put out a survey, which the link is down in the description. And we have you, the fans, vote on what you think you rank them. You rank them from favorite to least favorite. In terms of, in this case, what your how you like your DIMLIM PVs, basically. So, favorite PV at the top, and second favorite, third favorite, etc. So this one should be pretty straightforward. There's only, I believe we've got 5 PVs from Durangray, like full genuine PVs, but they are they have quite the aesthetic in their PVs. They have quite the just the aesthetic in general. Obviously, very popular band, very cool band. Thought that this would be an interesting way for people to kind of give their thoughts on all the different changes in DIMLIM's career all in one go, because obviously the PVs span across like the different phases that they've had. As you can tell from this photo that's on screen right now, there's a period of time where there was first there was 5 Durangray members and they lost 2, then they got 2 more. So there's been several changes in the lineups, and it's affected how their music sounds and how it's evolved, and then also how the visual look and style has evolved, and so as a result, the PVs and the PVs show off all of that. So this should be. Did I say Durham Gray? I meant DIMLIM. Whoops. I saw your chat on screen. Well, that's awkward. But yeah, so it's just to clarify, this is the DIMLIM one. That's what's on screen. It's DIMLIM. So Durham Gray's later. I'm getting my streams mixed up already. Woof. Oy vey. I need more water, I suppose. I need more hydration. So yes. So yeah, we can kind of talk a little bit about the different Durham Gray PVs for a bit if we want. I would just say in terms of watching the PVs, it's been very, very interesting evolution. I think they have gotten more and more. I think the PVs have gotten better overall. I can kind of I'm going to show you how I think I would rank mine personally, or how I would give my ranking personally. Not to influence the vote or anything like that, but just to give you an example, I won't be actually voting myself. But like I said, I'm going to do all the normal ranking releases stuff in these streams, except for showing off the winners, because we're going to show off the winners in like a week or two. So yeah, lots of crazy aesthetics go on in DIMLIM PVs, obviously. So maybe, you know what? Maybe let me just hop on over into the old screen share here, and we can kind of take a quick peek at some of these together. Chip says, my only big criticism of DIMLIM's PV so far is that the silent song only had Sho in it. In the promo images, Retsu and Ryuyo look amazing, so it sucks they weren't in it. Yeah, I wonder what was going on with that. Maybe they didn't want to highlight the fact, or maybe they, didn't want to, highlight the fact that they, we're kind of down a couple members and we're in flux there for a little bit. So let's see if I can pull this up. And get this off the screen. And just make sure that looks fine on stream here. By the way, shout out to, let me pull this up for a second. Just pull up the stream here. Make sure we're looking good. We're looking nice. So I sneak this off screen here. Yeah. So yeah. By the way, shout out to Delta. She actually has made a bunch of cool gifts for all of these streams for anyone that wants to help support the site. You can do so by going to bit.ly/tipvkh. It's in the description. It's also called streamlabs.com/vkhpress. Making lots of cool gifts. We're going to have cool gifts for when the messages show up on the screen for these streams moving forward. I'm compiling a nice library of really of like artist exclusive gifts and stuff I'll be able to swap in and out. So very cool stuff there. Yeah, I'm kind of excited about that because I can also put them on screen if I want to. So we're looking right now at can I zoom this in a wee bit? So I've got Durham Gray's PV sorted by most viewed. So Obviously, they're racking up quite the view counts here. Top viewed video PV is their first one. This is Ahara Wata. I'm gonna skim through these. Obviously this is the one that they really burst onto the scene with. People were very blown away by their sound. The style was quite the aesthetic as well. Or the style. Well, I guess that works. Their look was quite the aesthetic. Very vibrant, very visceral, or very violent, I should say. Very visceral. They just really went all out here. I would still say this is like the wild, some of the wildest we've seen out of them visually. But I guess you guys can be the judge. So this is Aharewata, 440K views, doing quite well. Vanitas has really caught fire in terms of views. There's been a lot of reactions I've seen to this PV on reaction channels. The song is phenomenal. I would say it's the best song they've put out so far, in my opinion. So this only came out in June. We were talking 6 months, basically. 200K views for a band that debuted last year. Not bad at all. Nice clean aesthetic, I would say, and then alternating to like the very intense look of the vocalist for the heavier parts. Lots of like derpy looks and stuff like that in this PV. Not derpy, but like creepy and kind of derpy looks from the vocalist, I would say. There's like a part, I think, here, I want to say, where it's a lot of wildness, a lot of weirdness. Like that part, this part here, yeah. But it's when it's combined with the music, and then it like transitions into the final chorus that's like an octave up, and they're all like in the bright PV area, or the bright set here of the PV. It's it's quite stunning. It's a very solid PV, I would say, and just the song is utterly amazing in my opinion. Just the ambitious combination that they have of the genre blending. I will let you go check it out for yourself. This is all from DIMLIM's official channel. It's DIMLIM_official. You should absolutely subscribe to them if you haven't. In fact, VKH doesn't subscribe to a lot of channels, actually, because we try to keep our subscription fee. But let me go ahead and do my part right now by subscribing. Next up is, what's this song? What's this PV called? Shocho. Okay. So Shocho is very vibrant aesthetically as a PV, I would say. In terms of all the looks, it's kind of creepy or weird in terms of the subject material, kind of due to the period thing. The song is about a girl's first period, apparently, from what I understand, and they kind of get a little direct about it. Yeah, like that right there. So we're just gonna back out of this PV for now. That's what you're kind of working with here. Is this one was wild. Next up, you have the Silent Song, which is largely a PV. This was when they were down to, when they had lost a couple members. It is focused entirely around the vocalist. He is wearing what is known as horror paint on his face. Yes, it's horror paint. It's not something else. So don't even start. I'll come at you and set you straight on that. So it's largely just him with a Bible. There's a Bible somewhere, and war footage, and all kinds of other stuff. Very, very intense, obviously. Very intense body paint. I think this one fans have a lot of mixed feelings about. Oh, I guess it's not a Bible. It's like their kind of Bible with the peace sign on it, or a weird bastardization of the peace sign. It looks like. Cool look. Interesting PV. I know, obviously as you saw from Chip in the chat, some people are a little conflicted about it, or fans in general are a little conflicted. And then the last one, where's my Romaji for this last one, is Aizo Nisuki. Now, Aizo Nisuki is, I would say, the most Duran Gray inspired PV out of all of them, for sure. Let's not mince words. DIMLIM is clearly inspired by that, but by Duran Gray. But then again, so are a lot of other bands, and it's 2018, and Duran Gray isn't very inspired by Duran Gray these days, if you ask me. So it's no skin off my nose. It doesn't bother me too much personally. If someone's going to come along and pick up that mantle, someone's got to. If they're not going to, if Duran Gray's not going to, so. Here we have DIMLIM, with a nice horror style PV. I thought the story in this PV was very well portrayed. The song itself, I'm like, is like okay. It's not, it's not my favorite. It's not my least favorite. But I would say, for sure, like, the story was very well portrayed along with the song, in my opinion. So it was cool to see that, and the song structure is interesting because it doesn't really follow a typical song structure format. There's very little repetition in the song itself, so it does make the entire thing a bit more engaging. It makes it feel a bit longer. It is a bit longer of a song in general, but like you feel like you're on a start to finish journey as opposed to like having like a dedicated loop back to, familiar stuff. There's a little bit of repetition, but not a lot, really. I don't even think there's technically a chorus in it. The part that's a chorus, you could argue is a chorus, is only done once, the melodic part. So yeah, that's the last of them there. Not really related to the voting, but if you could add a third and final song from Chedo Ara to get a PV song, which would you choose? That's a good question. I would want one for either. Let me. I gotta pull up the track list here so that I can read the names properly. I would want either Grotesque or Ambitious Principles. That or either that or Hito to Katatsu would be a good one. I kind of am leaning the mostly toward like this would be like a long epic, drawn out, really intense music video, or I would imagine Malformation would be, or not Malformation, Grotesque would be a good one, just like as like a. I would imagine it would have like a lot of trippy aesthetics and it'd be very bleak. I almost want to just go with Ambitious Principles and have them go with like a crazy PV, like maybe showing like live footage and stuff, or just filming them in a PV set with an audience and just going nuts. I think Ambitious Principles would be really cool to show off. So I think I'm going to lock in with Ambitious Principles for that question. And you said Duran Gray again, Jeff, LOL. Okay, but to be fair, I was talking about Duran Gray at that point. So I think if I confused it, I think it was only mild. So, yeah. let's see. Is what Kiyonosuke had on for the Zero PV, also called Horror Paint. Yes, and anytime you see that black paint on someone, we made a point of like asking what it was, because I think the first one that really popped up on the scene, like or that like was like, whoa, what is that, is Suzuku was on a magazine cover with two other vocalists about this time last year, and we had a podcast where it came up. Actually, someone found it while we were recording and just generally was like, what the fuck, because it's like he's wearing almost like khaki or like pastel style like boat clothes, and then it's just all black with like red like this burgundy contacts, so it looks like his eyes are all like this dark red, dark burgundy, and then his hair was dyed dark red, dark burgundy. It was just like, this is like casual Friday from hell. But that was kind of new back then, and people were kind of flipping out because they thought it might be blackface. So we made a point of reaching out, and like we kind of started our own little discussion about it on Facebook because I made it the thumbnail image for the VKH breakdown episode at the time, and it's quite interesting to see the back and forth on social media. Then we reached out to industry contacts and stuff for more context, and so the context, obviously, because Japan does not have that like how we do, is that it's horror makeup, and you'll actually see like other artists around the world, like D'Antwoord, and they're from South Africa. Like they'll have people dressed in all black, or like covered in all black paint, doing like, you know, crazy stuff, like so the idea is to kind of display like some kind of demonic craziness or whatever. So and since then it's kind of like hopped on as a bit of a trend anyway, and I think people get it unless they're being a little ridiculous. So yeah. So yeah, all right. So anyways, so this is the VKH Live Ranking Releases Survey, again, down in the description. You just put in your YouTube display name and email address, and that's just to prevent, we don't send you anything. That's just, I don't even keep it or anything like that. That's just to prevent duplicate entries and spam and stuff like that. And then you can rank them either by clicking and being like, put this at 3, or and doing it with the drop downs this way. Oops, I did 3 twice. Or you can drag and drop, which I prefer. So for me personally, I think what I would probably do is put, I think in terms of, for the PV aspect, I think I would do Vanitas, then Aharewata, then Aizuni Tsuki, then Shocho, then the Silent Song. So really straightforward. That's like how I would vote off the top of my head. I might give it some more thought, see if I have any other changes in the future. But so yeah, make sure you share this with your friends and fellow fans and things like that. If you're watching and you're not familiar with VKH and VKH Live and all of that, our main website is vkh-press.com, where you can get even more notifications and content outside of video content, like news articles and reviews and things like that, for all things Visual K and J-Rock related. But what I really want to encourage you to do is join the Discord, because we have a lot of people in there talking about these ranking releases stuff. That's part of how these came to be is we have a nice little community. You know, we're bringing fans together. We have all kinds of different channels for people to go in and bond and hang out. And meet other fans from all around the world based on their favorite bands. So yeah, definitely go there and check that out. And you know, if you like this seems up your alley, please hit subscribe. You can be notified when we give the follow-up stream where we show the results of all the votes. And you know, other ways to, you know, follow us. Again, check our website. You know, we're on social media. All those links are down there. So. And with all of that, I believe we are done. We have covered it all. We've run the gamut. So we will be reconvening in a couple weeks, I would say, to go over the results and see which you know, like how they all did. We will probably knock them all out in one stream. And just you know, go through all the heavy K all at once, I suppose, and see how it's see what the fans think. So yeah, these are always fun to do. We always enjoy them, and we hope to do more in the future. So definitely make sure to vote, and I will, and then we'll check back in a couple weeks. And that's that. All right, guys, I think I'm going to go ahead and peace out of here. I'm going to do another one of these kickoff streams, but for Dataroma next. It's happening at 8:30, I believe. Let me double check that. Just to be safe here, so I make sure I'm not. You see, I schedule them so I don't have to remember them, and then I have to go back and double check them. But yeah, let me pull it up and see. Yeah, so we have Dataroma at 8:30, and then we're gonna have Duran Gray at 9:30. So I will catch you guys then. Thanks so much for watching. Like, comment, subscribe, all that stuff, and but definitely vote. And if you guys have any requests for future ranking releases of any kind, you can leave them in the comments. You can also, you know, tag me in the Discord, or you know, post about it in the Discord if you join that as well. So thanks so much. I will see you guys soon. Peace.